This is your daily briefing and you're most welcome to it. Harry Kane's situation at Tottenham to me feels increasingly claustrophobic. I put the piece up yesterday, the video clip of Harry involved in the Hugo Lloris shirt presentation, you know, the 300 appearances thing that everybody signed. And I noticed a few dissenting voices in the comments. That's fine. It's not all about me. I just do the bit up here and you do the interesting bit. But the point I would make to you, I'd suggest to you, is if you compare his body language, and I know it was only a few seconds, but you don't need to stare at something too long to get the right idea. Compare his body language and his demeanour with the guy that we saw in the Amazon All or Nothing documentary. In that documentary, we saw the voice in the room, the respected, trusted elder of the club, of the squad. I didn't see that yesterday. I saw a guy who's kind of awkwardly making up the numbers, not being let through to the front of the queue. Ronaldo to Manchester City could be the final nail in this transfer's coffin, and Daniel Levy could come out on top, could come out laughing. L'Equipe, number of different people, Fabrizio Romano, all the stories are suddenly kind of intersecting that the former Manchester United and Real Madrid legend could be on his way to the Etihad, and if that happens it's going to swallow up a lot of salary budget. There's no agreement with any club yet, there's no talks or confirmation of talks, but all of this just feels like it's ebbing away from Kane. Gary Neville suggests that Manchester United should look at Kane. I can't understand, says the Sky Sports pundit, why United aren't in the race for Harry. We've always gone after the best English player in the league. Listen, I'm sure Manchester United could try and make his dreams come true, but it's one of those things where you've got your heart set on a skateboard and you get a bike. There's nothing wrong with either gift, but you just didn't have your heart set on the other, and anything is going to come across as like a bit of a near miss. David Ornstein doesn't think it's happening either. Are Manchester City going to come in for one last push on Kane? I don't think that's going to happen, and if I was a betting man, I'd say he stays at Spurs. Wolves are going to put strong resistance into selling Traore. It is a Nuno-only pursuit, and Wolves want more than 45 million. I think it's probably 40 million plus some sort of spurious add-ons, which they'll never see. Traore is reportedly pushing for a move to Tottenham, according to Football London. I think that's a bit of shameful reporting. I don't think he's pushing anything at all. I think his agent's enjoying this moment in the sun. Romanian outlet here, Sport Pro TV, with an exclusive that Tottenham are interested in Dennis Mann. Midfielder currently relegated with Parma to Serie B. Had a look at his numbers. I didn't get excited at all. The Pape Sarr thing, the deal is done, according to Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. 15 million euro they've managed to get up front, and the rest in add-ons. But don't forget, up front isn't up front. Of that 15, as I said to you yesterday, I'd say a third of that is actually junk goes into your account, and then you'll wait a couple of weeks, days, years for the other 10. Contracts to be signed, and he will stay at Metz on loan until January 2022. That's been confirmed. COVID is still biting at our heels, and Premier League clubs have today reluctantly but unanimously agreed not to release players for international matches to red list countries. There'll be a full statement on the Premier League website if you want to have a look at that. And Alistair Gold has pointed out for us that this would currently apply to Giovanni Lo Celso and Christian Romero, who face Argentina matches in Brazil, Venezuela and Argentina, which are all on the red list. Davinson Sanchez Colombia matches are also in red list countries, which is good news for Tottenham. Another spin on a surplus name, again Fabrizio Romano. Tottenham are currently not negotiating with Juventus for Weston McKennie on a potential swap deal with Moussa Sissoko. Brought you that yesterday, a U-turn overnight. They're interested in selling the player, but they'd want 25-30 million euro for him. No interest in Moussa Sissoko, and that's £80,000 a week until 2023. Sky Sports Sheth comes in here with Houssem Aouar. The Tottenham are interested in signing Lyon attacking midfielder Houssem Aouar. Informal talks held with the players' representatives. Aouar has 2 years left on his contract and will weigh up all his options, likely to have more interested parties next summer. Issues with the 23-year-old, from what I gather looking at responses to this online, I'll be totally honest with you, but some people know, we're all in this to talk, might include an avaricious agent, no shock there, and a suggestion that he isn't quite pushing himself. Tottenham need to get on the due diligence thing straight away, and we can't have any more of those deals. Low ball Hitchen, another one to make you groan here, this time from AS Sport. Spurs in for Granada's Domingos Duarte. Current bid said to be €8 million, release clause set at €30 million. And it's a good piece of journalism here, and they say for contrast, for to put a reference, Brighton is going to pay 18 million for Marc Cucurella, the left back of Getafe. A similar effort from Tottenham should be expected for one of the best centre backs in the Spanish league and an important piece in Portugal. So maybe, who knows, maybe they've got the numbers a little bit skewed. But it looks as though Tottenham wouldn't necessarily have to meet the €30 million. And this one is a great one to leave you with. We keep on getting these reports from how Tottenham players feel. And, not only are they like all other Premier League top flight footballers basking in money and glory and fame, they also have these incredible feelings. The club's players, and no more Nuno. The club's players have yet to truly warm to the Portuguese, despite him impressing with his coaching methods. Nuno had a reputation for being extremely grumpy with staff at Wolves and has not changed since replacing former chief Jose Mourinho. And the new man has not only been questioning Harry Kane's commitment to the team. In a team meeting, Nuno went around the room and allegedly did a David Brent style Q&A, asking the players individually, what do you want to be at Spurs? Most of the answers were positive, one or two exceptions. However, even though some at Spurs at the Spurs Lodge are struggling with his frosty man management, no one will care if Tottenham keep on winning. They don't like anybody, and it's true. I think the cat's out of the bag. We've got a mini Mourinho on our hands. This will be denied forever by the Mourinho haters and dementors. But the reality is, all the little clues and signals we've been getting since he took over is that this is a similar version of the other Portuguese. But the bottom line is, as long as you keep winning, people won't mind. And it's the losing when it will start to come in and say, we lost and I didn't like the way we played. And that was the mentality. So this mentality in the players, if true, links up with the mentality in the fan base. And that's a pretty ugly cocktail in my book. Anyway, that's it for today. Good luck. Keep it Tottenham.